Okay, and we're live with the sixth or seventh episode of Chimps. I'm not sure which episode it is at this stage. We're always kind
The
of a bit.
numbers don't matter anymore.
Yeah, we've truly transcended podcasting.
We've transcended as human beings.
Now,
We've
now that
just
we do this actually regularly instead of once every 4 months, this is kind of
yeah.
we're professionals.
I hope you broadcast this podcast in like a speaker just outside your house right now. I hope it
I
plays in the streets.
Yeah, your dad will hear your voice. He'll come running to peg you because he thinks you're at my house.
That's something we should do, right? We should all just go transgender and like call it the broadcast.
Did you guys see the first transgender athlete to compete with women in the
Yeah.
Olympics?
Oh
And-
God, it
and
looks
he-
like Christian.
And he lost.
Yeah.
He lost on the first lift.
It's
She looks like Christian.
Yeah,
Chris Chan, who is now in jail, is a real thing in the real world.
the fucking bad ending.
like what happened?
Yeah, well, I fucked your mom, Chris Chan.
So like Christian actually raped his mom. Like what? Why?
He
Yeah,
did, yes,
yeah.
yeah, he did.
He like
Yeah.
bragged about it as if he was just, happened to be in a relationship with an older woman. But like no, he was like fully like, I'm like nobody has gotten to that G spot in years.
Is that a legit thing
Did
he
you say
said?
that? Is that an official police statement?
That's him on a call to somebody. Somebody he was bragging to.
What the fuck?
Like one of his like friends
No,
who was
but-
like, "This is fucked."
Holy
No, but like,
shit.
is the mom like, what happened like with?
She's like 80 years old. She has dementia.
Oh, okay, so he like just like brought her in, like
He just like went on her, as far as I'm aware.
he wore like a fucking blonde wig, like pretend to be Prince Charming, and like
Oh God! Have you seen the mug shots of him? Like and like even him in like his county jail fucking uniform.
yes,
Like he's smiling.
Yeah,
He's smiling. I think he saw Joker and was like, "That's the life I'm going to live."
but he, like, fell off big time. Like, even with people who didn't, like, the meme culture around him fell off for years. And then now
Because he
he's
got too
just...
sad.
Yeah, now he's just suddenly back, and it's like, oh, Jesus.
It's because like after a while it went from like haha it's this funny autistic guy who's obsessed with like fucking his own OC of like Sonic crossed with Pikachu, this is kind of funny, and then he's like really racist and wants like exclusively like a skinny white girl who's not black and like not gay or any way to date him. And then as time went on he just got more and more pathetic and more awful that people just stopped caring because like it's just sad at this point. The man has admitted to drinking his own cum mixed with Fanta and
Yes.
calls it recycling.
Oh, Cormac, we should make a cum omelette next time you're here.
not that
Cum omelet. Oh no!
Yeah. Me and Cormac watched this video years ago called Cum Omelette, where a guy makes an omelet out of, cum.
I just looked it up when I found.
Don't.
God.
Come on, don't look it up. Come on. Just believe me.
The second you said it, I was like, "Oh no, I'm curious." And then I found it and I regretted it.
I had this, did you guys ever see steamed hams in The Simpsons?
Yeah.
I had, a moment like that in the shop today where there's, the regulars come in and I know what they buy because they're in every day and I'm working there every day, so obviously I'm going to remember what they buy. One of the regulars came in and she bought, she bought a chocolate bar and whatever else in the morning. Then she came in right before it closed and she bought another protein bar and something else. I said, "Oh, you're having another one today?" And she goes, "Oh, yeah." She was like, "Oh, how did you remember?" And then it just hit me in my head how creepy it sounded. And I was like, "Oh, I only sold that one chocolate bar today." And she goes, "Really? I thought they'd be popular." And in my head, I just go, "No." And she goes, "Okay." She just walks out. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
What's wrong with you? Fucking
It's a really normal thing to know what people buy because I work there. But the delivery was just so bad.
Mm.
Then some crackhead walked by and he was fully cheeked up, he had no pants on, could see his butt cheeks. And I'm like, Jesus.
Double cheeked up.
And he was walking like a puppet, like there was legs in the air.
Like the fucking marionettes.
Yeah, that's how he walked. Because he's like,
Just imagine like somebody like full on walking like that, like swinging their head from side to side, lifting their arms up with every
he
step.
does. He's called Carl, and he comes in and buys tobacco, but like he walks like that. He has like a really
That's
tiny body and a huge head.
That's how I walk after sex, to be honest.
Oof.
Just very happy with myself, like.
And just like a marionette, it was probably 10 years ago since the last time they were used.
Oh. Let's see.
Now, there would have been a good counter there that you could have said you were underage and you could have called me a groomer. But you missed
that
out.
would have been better.
Yeah.
The alcohol is slowing me down.
See, I'm too sharp on my own jokes.
Analyze every possible outcome.
Yeah, I do, Corey. That's how I rarely lose these exchanges.
Playing 4D chess with life.
I'm like 10 steps ahead of the game here, except for when I get caught off guard. When someone asks me, how did you remember that? And I was like, we don't sell chocolate bars here. So what's new with you, Cormac?
Nothing new, really. Just enjoying the first job I've ever gotten. I've been yearning.
How old are you, Cormac?
I'm 20.
First job at 20. That's embarrassing.
It's not that bad. I had my first job at 21.
Oh, that's even worse. And it was the one we talked about in the last episode.
I live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
You live like close to Dublin, I guess.
No, I live like fucking.
No, Cormac, he lives in me and Martinstown. More or less.
Yeah. Yeah, around there, yeah.
That's not in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I live like right at the edge of the Curragh. It is the middle of nowhere.
Kinda is.
Liam's been to my gaff. Like, he's seen the fact that there's like nothing. Like, I have no neighbours other than old people and sheep. Like, that's it.
If he was getting murdered, nobody would know.
Yeah.
Except the sheep.
Except the sheep, yeah, who are probably doing it. So, Cormac, tell us about your first job.
So I mean, my Pringles. It's in a. Fuck, that's good.
Cormac, tell me about your first job.
Just eating my Pringles.
Come on.
A 4-star hotel and all this red castle.
Okay, what do you do there?
I'm a bartender / waiter.
Really?
Oh, very good.
They just threw you on the bar like that?
Oh, I'm mostly a waiter, but I do go behind the bar. It's busy sometimes.
And is the tips good?
About maybe 20 a night, maybe.
Yeah, like usually, like unless you're like a really hot foreign chick, you're not getting much tips.
Oh, like I'm getting good tips because we do like a tip jar, like cool the tips. But
Oh, okay. When I worked in a hotel, we had like a tip jar. No, we didn't have a tip jar. Sorry, what am I saying? We just got tips in hand, and that was yours. But I used to like to split it with like the bartender because they don't get tips really.
Oh, like we do that. We do personal tips, and then we do like if they say that's for you, then you keep it. If they just say, "Oh, here's a tip here," you just put it in the jar. If they like put it in the jar themselves, then you know.
Yeah.
So we do both. Like we usually get at least a $5 every night. Like.
No, it's not so bad.
Tip jar.
I'll never forget the most tips I got was when I went for a night out drinking and I broke my nose, and then I was like supposed to be off for the day, but then my manager was like, "Can you come in like an hour?" And I was like, "Okay," and I just slapped a plaster on that bad boy and came in, and then I got like 60 euros in tips because people probably felt bad.
Yeah, I got 20 € in tips last week from some couple since I was being nice to them.
I remember I called a guest a pussy because he wouldn't drink a shot on Christmas, and he tipped me for it, and I was like, okay.
A girl that works in the bar with me, she a guy got angry with her there last week because she they were just the wait on the drinks because we were really busy, and he was getting mad at her, and she was just telling him that it's just gonna wait a while, and she ended up crying because he was being a dick, and then she got tips from him because he felt bad. So,
oh Jesus. Yeah, like you get some absolute like. I just remember this one couple were buying cocktails all night, and then when they got the bill, they refused to pay because it was too high, even though they ordered and drank all of the drinks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, um, what do you call it?
I don't
I
know.
haven't got any rude customers really, but I did like I got one rude couple that was like actually like 2 weeks ago. They fucking he waited like 2 minutes for his drink, or well, actually not, probably like 5 minutes. Bullshit. It was just a bit of a wait because we were just busy and we had to change like one of the kegs, so like the bartender was away.
Well, yeah, a lot of them don't understand. Like, they don't understand that it's like a service. Like, there is delays and people do get busy and stuff like that. It's very
So like
frustrating.
gave him this pint of Carlsberg, like sorry for the wait, sir. We had to change the keg and all, and it's busy. And he's like, you better be. I'm like,
Oh Jesus, I would
Uh,
never say sorry. Like I never would like apologize to them. I had like 22 complaints for good reason because I was just a total dick to people. Rightfully so too.
how you get tips though? You have to be polite,
No, I don't. I just kind of, you know.
unwaveringly polite. That's how I
No,
do
I
it.
just sort of shoot zingers, and if they think it's funny, you know, I get a tip. So
Get your fucking head beaten in. You don't. They don't get the zingers.
no, well, like if they don't get the zingers, I'd probably lose my job.
Oh,
Because
okay.
like, what's worse
So
than
you're
like your manager?
polite in
Like,
the end.
imagine complaining to a manager is like, yeah, your waiter just wasn't funny whatsoever.
I just imagine like you like fucking not even like make it like actual zingers. Like you're just going for personal attacks on everybody.
Yeah, like I did because I called this dude a pussy on Christmas to make his wife laugh, and she did because she was
Oh,
making fun of him for not drinking the shot that I brought him, and I go, "Do it, pussy." And then his wife starts laughing really hard, and I was like, and then I got a tip from her. Oh, it was hilarious.
I can just imagine like you like you see like somebody fucking distraught at the bar. Like he's easily sitting at the bar. He has like the wedding ring like placed down on the bar in front of him, hands in his head. And you're like, "Hey man, how's it going?" You like pour him a pint, and he's like, "Oh, this pint is terrible." Ah, no, it's not as terrible as you. That's why your wife left you, or some shit like that. Like I can imagine like you
Just a
just
really
abusing people
blunt
so
personal
easy.
attack.
You give him a terribly like milky, gassy pint and just hand it to him like you disgusting prick.
Like I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just trying to be mean.
Somebody orders like a fucking like a side of mashed potatoes or some shit. And you're like, "Eat up, piggy," and then walk away just oinking at them.
No, or I just like bend over like a fucking right angle and just stare at them the entire time they're eating. Or I just put all the food in my mouth and spit it onto the plate. Do you imagine? Oh Jesus! So what's new, boys? What's new, Ryan?
Uh, let me see. In the past 2 days, nothing new's really come up at all. Really, to be honest with you, the only thing like I've learned is my alcohol tolerance is fucked.
Probably. I think most people's
Yeah,
are.
I mean,
Is
like I haven't. I don't think I've touched drink since like maybe July last year.
oof.
Like maybe at Christmas, like I had like a glass of whiskey and that's about it.
Yeah. Oh my god. There's this ongoing investigation in my workplace where my manager is suspicious that somebody that works there is taking a shit in the toilet and not flushing it. And like, I honestly have no idea like who it is or what could be
It's
going
you,
on.
isn't it?
But no, but he keeps telling me that like unflushed shits in the toilet. And the first time that I found out about this, he like walked over to me and he just started talking about like hygiene and cleaning the bathrooms and stuff like that. And then at the very end, he like kind of looks at me and he goes, flushing the toilet, like waiting for a reaction from me. And I'm kind of looking at him, I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, somebody shat in the toilet and didn't flush.
So your work has its own phantom shitter.
Yes. And it's kind of like, and he hates it now because he says, like, I hate these, like, little surprises being left for me in the morning. Because, like, the dude opens the shop at, like, 6 a.m. just to go find a shit in the toilet.
You should open like a full on like fucking Law and Order style like case on it.
I should get Charles Styles, Mystery Diners, in to help.
Yes, yes. No, you should be like fucking Ice T in Law and Order.
Yeah.
Like just be really confused about the whole situation.
Yeah. I should get, like, someone from the outside in, and then what if, like, it's them, what if it's them doing the shit?
You
What if
show
it's,
up in like a trench coat, like You mean to tell me that this guy shits in toilets and doesn't flush? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, oh man.
Just,
Then like you ask the same question 4 more times.
just pretends to be very disappointed by the answer. Oof, 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 oof.
I clogged my girlfriend's toilet yesterday. She was very mad about it.
Oh, no.
Was it a big cider shit?
No, it wasn't a cider shit. It was
Give a shit.
What kind of shit was it called?
It was a watery shit.
Oh,
no.
you left a watery grave.
No, actually, it was slimy more than watery.
So you left Davy Jones' locker down in our fucking toilet.
Yeah, you've all but destroyed the plumbing.
I flushed it and it came all the way up to like the like
This Poseidon's fury.
That's Poseidon's fury right there.
I'm gonna wait this out. I'm gonna wait this out and try again.
Oh.
It will go, and it didn't go. It went up further.
I won't
That
forget.
was the dilemma.
There was like a brief period in my house over the 3 years where I had a very overweight housemate who would often clog the toilet and like completely clog the draining system. We're to the point where we need plumbers, and this was happening like. And then one time the toilet clogged, and I think they were just like trying to like wait it out or something, or pretend I wouldn't notice, and it just wouldn't unclog, and I genuinely had to just stick my hand deep down there and unclog it.
Oh no!
Because I'm that kind of fucking animal.
There was in college, like anytime we had like, because we would stay overnight at people's gas and stuff like that. There was somebody who would always clog the fucking toilets, and everyone always blamed me. But I know for a fact it wasn't me because my shits like they don't clog toilets or anything like that. Like I've never clogged a toilet in my life at home.
Yeah.
And like my shits, like the best way I can describe them is they look like something that's going through a sawmill. Like they're perfect little logs. They look like something that like fucking Popeye the Sailor Man would ride over a fucking waterfall.
Jesus.
So like they're perfect, like they're perfect little shits. And like anytime like we went to like somebody's house, like staying overnight for a fucking shoot, the toilets would always clog up, and everyone would always blame me. And I'm like, I haven't even eaten anything today. And I'd look around at like the same 5 cunts who'd always been on the same shoot to me. I'm like, all right, who's like eating the most diabolical fucking things today? And like the most like posh guy was always the one who was like eating like tons of chips and tons of fucking like curry and stuff like that. Like anytime like there was like any like sort of really like oily food, he would go for it.
So you thought it was beyond any reasonable doubt?
I think it was him beyond any reasonable doubt. Yeah, because he was a madman for oily food. I mean, like that stuff would probably rise to the surface of the water once it went in.
Yeah. I heard a shit story. It's like one of the best ones from one of my mates. He said he was like going to his girlfriend's parents' house for the first time to have dinner with them, and like he arrived and it's kind of an older house, and he needed to use the jacks, and this guy's like fucking enormous, like not fat, but he's like really tall and really big, and he went in. He said it was like a really tiny toilet with like a very tiny water tank, and he had a pee in it earlier, and he like knew that the water pressure was like really bad, and he needed to shit so bad, but he knew it wouldn't. He knew that it wasn't gonna flush, and he knew he would clog the toilet if he did it. And then he's like sitting having this inner dialogue with himself at the dinner table, like he really needs to shit, but he doesn't want to destroy his girlfriend's parents' toilet the first time visiting them. So when he was leaving, he just rushed and took a shit on the side of the road.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
Jesus.
no!
He had a shitty poopy ass.
Yeah, probably. You just sit down in the car and this and that.
I'm just imagining him there, like fucking, like at the dinner table, and it's like a little turtle's head poking out.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. I nearly pure shat myself in work today because one of, like the guy I work with was like on the floor, like he wouldn't come behind the till, so he couldn't like stay there while I was gonna go up. And there was like so many customers coming in and talking to me, and I like needed to shit so bad, I was sweating and stuff like that. I was finally able to go and just run away.
It's like that one scene in fucking SpongeBob where you're like looking at the toilet and it's like, I don't need it.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. Oh my god, yeah. So anyway, boys, like this podcast flow, like this every second day record release schedule that's going on. How do you feel about it?
I'm fine with it, honestly. I think this is pretty great.
I
Do
think
you
it'll
still
be.
have your YouTube channel?
Huh?
Do you still have your YouTube channel?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's just, this is on a
No,
separate.
I
This is
can't
on a
find
separate
it. So
channel.
where's this one?
Yeah, anytime I look it up, I have to look up fucking
Chimps podcast.
Jim's podcast,
Yeah.
Liam Blank. I don't know if you've released your last
You
name on
look at
this.
that Britain's Got Talent Liam that looks like you.
No, that guy fucking ruined my life.
He looks like you, so
No,
I
he
fucking
no, he
I
doesn't.
cursed by you.
Fucking ruined my life. That kid did. Do you know how many people I've met that I've like gotten to know, and then they're like, "Oh, are you the fucking Britain's Got Talent guy?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck off." You know how frustrating that is? No, but these episodes are up on a different channel. It's just called Chimps Podcast. And then all the anything else is just on my main channel.
Well, you had Bottom Gears, the latest.
Oh, bottom gear. Yeah.
Bottom gear. So I was a bit lazy last night and also drinking, so I didn't upload 2 days ago's episode last night, which it'll be uploaded in the morning, and then this episode will be uploaded tomorrow evening. So there'll be 2 episodes in one day. But that one bottom gear. Bottom gear was like a reoccurring thing we did with Martin because he could kind of come up with a bottom gear out of his head, and he was pretty good at it.
Oh fuck! I just looked up that Britain's Got Talent Liam, like the other Liam.
Yeah. That guy.
He really does look like you. He
He
looks
does-
like if you like shaved your eyebrows like people did back in the early 2000s.
He does not fucking look like me. I'll fight him. How old is that?
He
kid?
looks like a failed clone of you,
I'll beat him up. I'll kill him.
like the bizarro version of you.
Well, we know this episode's already going to be called Potty Talk.
Hmm. What is it like? This is the thing, right? Like the podcast went from being like talking about chimps to now it seems like every episode we talk about our own shits.
That only happened in like the last episode.
Yeah, but like I mean, like no, I'm pretty sure it happened the episode before as well. Like it fucking, we started talking about our bowel movements.
But I think it's a thing that people want to hear.
Hmm.
I think there's
It's
a
something
market.
that everybody does.
Yeah, everybody poops.
It's so quirky and relatable.
Everybody poops except for girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Girls don't have bum holes. Remember
Yeah.
that, kids.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do. How do babies come out?
You got me. Yeah.
Out their mouth.
Oh Jesus! Could you imagine if
they
that was how it was
they
done?
just throw up an egg.
Yeah. Or they order
They
one
throw
from
up an
Wish.
egg. And then a stork arrives, takes it away, and then comes back 9 months later.
They order an egg from Abercrombie and Fitch, and then they sit on it for like a day. I don't know.
So the egg comes out. The stork arrives. The baby must kill the stork to live.
So that's probably why there's like a lot of like, there's a lot more birds than babies. It's like it's an ever losing battle. How many infants do you think you could beat in a fight?
We've already mentioned this, haven't we?
Did we?
Yeah, we did. We like discussed like how many like children do we reasonably think we could beat up.
Oh yeah, I got to like 100 or something.
What age are these children?
Infants, toddlers.
Yeah, like they're like what, like fucking 1 to 3 years old, like.
But there's
babies.
like never-ending
Are
stream
they
of them.
just crawl?
Never-ending stream.
Are they crawl?
Half of them crawl, half of them walk.
Right, be right back, boys.
What half of them walk badly? You mean?
Do you know like the kind of toddler walk where they walk kind of funny looking? It can be quick or
Yeah,
slow.
like they're unsure of themselves.
Yes, yeah, they're not confident.
Yeah, and are they determined to kill you, or are they kind of? It's kind of like.
Basically, it's like they're all they understand in their consciousness is that you need to go away. They need to make you go away. Any means necessary.
Oh.
They need to make you go bye-bye, and that's all they're gonna try to do.
And fuck.
So-
Yeah, if a baby used its full strength, full determination, even though it's a baby, I wonder how much it could like throw out at you, like what.
Well, that's the kind of thing you gotta figure out, because the thing is, it's a never-ending stream of them. You get to pick the location, but like you have to determine how many you could reasonably get through before you either like get fatigued or they overwhelm you or something like that.
And do I get any weapons whatsoever?
Depends on the location.
Okay, and fuck.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
I'll play Shaolin in on the Piranha map with the.
Oh yeah, you'll have your stick, and then like they're coming towards you, and you go ho he ho ha, you whack them over the head. Ho he ho ha, you hit them over the
Back their fucking heads.
Jesus, yeah, I think a playground setting is too obvious because the toddlers are gonna think of that. So it's
Like
like
the hotel I work at. Like,
actually, yeah, a hotel wouldn't be bad because there's like an assortment of funny things you can get them with, and there's like plenty of space for you to move around and not get frame trapped in a corner.
yeah.
Because like you can,
Okay.
because like arguably you have enough iframes per dodge to get around toddlers.
Well, if I go to the bar, I definitely have a few things I could use.
Well, yeah, you can throw glasses. You can like use the drink mixer. If you get tired, you can pour yourself a pint.
There's a knife there, like a fruit knife as well.
Yeah, and yeah, well, obviously the fruit as
It
well.
has
If you throw fruit hard enough, you can probably kill an infant.
Yeah, like there's oranges.
Yeah, an orange is big enough.
Like softball.
You could probably do it. Yeah, that's not the. See, I think your strategy has to revolve around kicking. Kicking in any way, like just.
You could be able to climb up the bar.
No,
like,
no.
So I could technically block it off the spot open and start fucking pounding.
Yeah, like I mean, if you lock off the bar like side, they can't get up unless the corpses start to pile.
I have returned.
Like the World War Z style, like infants getting over the bar.
Yeah.
Then
I could probably take 200 maybe.
300.
See, fuck.
How many, Cork? How many do you think you can get through before it starts to mentally get to you what you're doing? The mental toll.
See, that's a question. If there was a mental toll,
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel like if I knew this is an endless stream of toddlers and it's for my life. I mean, like they're getting it.
It's Darwinistic dog eat dog.
Yeah, like they're getting this fat ratio if I know it's to the death.
They're all trying to kill, but that's the one thing coded into their like.
That's the only thing they know is kill you. That's the motive. They're gonna just come to you. You know, they don't have any armor. They're just toddlers. Could probably break their bones.
Will there be occasional boss babies? That have fucking...
Occasionally, the boss baby himself will come out, and you have to face him. Yeah.
Like they have cocktail shakers on their arms as armor or something.
They do have armor. Yes, it is. Do you know those like little buggies they go around with the wheels and they make noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them like. We'll call it Warlord Infant. Will come out with that, and like.
If I'm in the hotel as well, like I could also use because it's a golf course on the hotel, so I could use a golf buggy and like.
Oh yeah. That's like almost endless. You can just run them down. That's kill count over 1,000. That's pretty good. But like armored like the warlords come out and they've got like those little binky things that they go around with the wheels that make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And it's like the scene in Lord of the Rings when they're in the mountain and you hear like the drums in the distance and you know the orcs are coming, except you hear like all those baby noises that those machines make and you know it's coming.
Will there be people there? Like, we'll be in the middle of service. Like,
they would, but you would be struck by the horror of watching them getting ripped apart by toddlers. Because they're not like aware of what's going on like you are. They just think there's a lot of toddlers until they get overwhelmed.
Fucking Mark, the chef for the bar, gets fucking his head dipped in frying. He's fast frying.
Yeah, like I mean, reasonably, if there was enough toddlers to do it, you could put a grown man's head in a grease trap. My ideal location. I'm trying to think. I'm not too sure because I think any location is good once you at the zoo. I'd use the zoo.
And you use animals in the zoo?
Yes, I would literally just let loose the monkeys.
Well, there's a lot of places they could trap you at the same time.
Yes, but like, say if I let the monkeys loose, And now, if you're the monkeys who are unaware of this
You earn
whole,
their trust.
if you are the monkeys who are completely unaware of the situation, and you've just been let loose, and you see like an endless stream of toddlers, you're like they're gonna want to rip them apart. That's just how they are, like
But you see,
chimpanzees.
sometimes monkeys raise like babies off
Not a chimpanzee.
chimpanzees. Yeah.
Yeah, if I let the chimpanzees
What if
loose,
that's the thing?
if I
What
let
if
the
they
it's like having turned on your gun in Call of Duty, where if I like get the chimpanzees, they start ripping them all apart for me.
yeah.
Then I just kick back and relax and eat an apple or something. You know?
No, for sure.
Okay, Ryan, come up with a hypothetical.
Okay. What would you do if, like, say, like a traveling merchant was like coming by your house, all right? He knocks on your door, but he refuses to leave. He's just flogging you like a gigantic heart, like maybe like the size of like a, I don't know, like the size of like a Christmas turkey or something like that. It's a heart. You don't know what creature it belongs to. You don't know how fresh it is. But he has this big smile on his face, like "Bugaboo," and like you don't know what the fuck he's saying, but he won't leave your house.
Is he possibly Romanian?
You don't know what he is. He's all very he's of a vague background. You don't know where he's from. You don't know what ethnicity he is.
Is he vague?
Like
Is he vague European?
no, you don't know what exactly he is. You don't know if he's black, if he's Asian, if he's fucking Hispanic. Like he looks a bit like everything.
Oh, damn.
So Filipino probably.
Yeah, like I mean, well, so what if you say no?
He just goes blah, 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 and then like he starts like speaking Simlish to you. He just keeps that big old smile on his face.
Yeah. Cormac, what do? How do you get rid of this guy?
I start making very distinct hand gestures like shoo, shoo.
He just starts like mimicking you, and he's like, bah, bah, like, oh, bah. He still has a big smile. He's still smiling. He's still very happy. He's just mimicking your movements.
So he's speaking like Sim.
No, he's speaking his own language that you cannot decipher.
Oh. Fuck, that's a really hard thing to do. Like,
Just keep the hypothetical going for a minute or two, Brian. I need to go do something for a second.
All right. So like he's
a scary situation because there's got this guy, this random stranger. You don't know if he's being aggressive or not. You don't know.
He's very happy. He's not trying to be aggressive or anything. Like he's just very very happy to see you, and he really wants you to buy this heart off him. But like he's yeah, it's just a giant heart the size of a Christmas turkey, and like you're doing the movements like shoo shoo. He just mimics you back, smiling still. He's like blah 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 blah.
What if I would pretend to examine the heart like, oh, this looks good. Ooh.
He goes, and he starts like defending it with his life. Like he gets really angry. He gets really defensive.
But he won't leave.
Starts.
No, it just stares you down like covering the heart.
How do I regain his trust?
The only way you can regain his trust is by like doing patty cake with him.
What if I start circling him like a fucking predator, basically? Like
Yeah, Cormac's got like straight set vision like a predator. Like he doesn't have peripheral vision. Sign of a predator.
Like he starts like circling around the heart, preventing you from getting a direct line of sight on it, and like you can see like the heart is like starting to like it's starting to inflate and deflate like more and more. Like and he's like like he's like, getting really defensive of it.
But like is he agreeable? Could I convince him of something?
You could. You just need to be careful about it. You need to gain back his trust because you've already scarred him once.
Okay, so what if I put out my hand to him and like I like put it out and he reaches for my hand?
Yeah, he'll reach for your hand. He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And like he reaches his hand out like that scene in Tarzan.
Yeah. Okay, so I've gained his trust. Now, do I want the heart or do I want to get rid of him?
Whatever you like.
Well, now
I can't decide that for you.
Now at this stage, I'm intrigued about the heart though, because why is he like protecting it? What's so good about it? Like I want to know. And I can't just outright say it because he's not going to understand because he speaks gobbledygook.
Yeah. So like, what would you do like to try and gain more information from him?
I would try and get him to undress himself, so I take off like a jumper I have on, see, and kind of like gesture to like do that too.
Yeah, he'd like mimic you. He's like following what you're doing, and he's like starting to mimic you a bit.
Okay, Cormac, now you're both naked at your front door and he's holding a heart. What now?
Yeah, but now I know what armed, if he's armed or not. If he is armed, it's on the floor. All he has is his brute strength.
Cormac, do you have a bigger wiener than this guy in this moment?
His wiener is girthy, but falls short.
Falls short. Okay, so what if you start shaking yours at him? Will he get intimidated?
He'll start like gesturing the heart towards it.
Yeah, because if you intimidate him with your like massive wong, he's gonna be like, he might just push the heart towards you, like a defeat kind of thing, where he's offering you.
No, he's not. He's not intimidated. And he's not defeated. He's like, oh, and he's like forcing like the heart like towards your penis.
Oh, he's like trying to honor you or something like that.
Like this is like implying that like he sort of wants you to fuck the heart.
Now, why would I go and do a thing like that?
Well, like I don't know why do mad people do what they do, but like that's just, like this is a man flogging a giant heart. Are you really questioning things now?
Well, he has me intrigued, but like I mean, I'm not buying it.
What if he yanks my willy and starts like beating me to death like the Hulk did to Loki?
Well, but like try and like decide like what you want to do next with him. Like he's gesturing the heart towards your dick.
Okay, Cormac, we'll go with your hypothetical. You're both naked. You've shook your wiener at him. You got like a half chub going on because of the excitement. Like he gently puts out his hand and like holds your wiener from below.
Yeah, his eyes like widen when he sees it start to like gain some blood.
Yeah, and then
he's
he like
no.
He cups it like he has it in his hand. Like, it's very gentle, and he's kind of like looking at you, and then he speaks the first bit of English, and he goes "Bendy Wendy," and then he like snaps it in half.
What if he like cups it like in the Green Mile when John Coffey like cupped the Mr. Jingles and like it lit up his hand and he spat out all the fucking like dust or ash or everything once he did that.
Then you have like, then you go from like a half chub to like a full hard on him.
He's released all the sin from my feet.
Just be aware, like the wrong move with this guy can result in life or death. Like so, you really need to be careful.
Wait, he's dangerous?
He is dangerous if you cross him the wrong way, but like I can't exactly say how he will react to certain things until you already say you want to do them.
Oh, okay. But does he have like any inkling of English, or am I speaking gobbledygook to him?
He doesn't speak English.
Now you've just
he has a vague knowledge of very specific words, and that's about it. Like the same as like how the Japanese like have a very specific like some words in English they completely understand, and then the rest is all like their language.
Okay. What if I offer him? What if I offer him like a cushion from my couch?
He'll have a look at it. He'll like sniff it for a little bit, and he'll like sort of gesture, like pointing at but
like no. If I offer this to him as if like, okay, this is the equivalent of the heart for me. If I give you this, do I receive the heart?
He'll put like the pillow back in his cart, and he'll like go back and just stare at you blankly.
Then he runs away.
No, he'll just stare at you blankly, like in your doorway.
Oh, okay. He comes back up to the door. So I can't get rid of this guy.
He comes back into the door, and like he'll just stare at you. Like he's taken the pillow and he's put it in his cart. And,
that's gone now. That is no longer my property.
What if it has dog or cat hair on the pillow and he starts having like anaphylactic shock, but he starts like popping up, but he starts buffing up as well, like always having anaphylactic shock.
What if you give him a live creature?
He'll have a look at it. Like he'll start like stroking it. He'll be like, I don't want my he'll start like rubbing like its back. He'll like see how it reacts if he rubs like its fur the wrong way. And depending on how it reacts, if it reacts positively, he'll like put it in the cart. If it reacts negatively, like if it's a cat and it bites him, he'll open up his jaw wide like a python and swallow it whole.
Okay, I know what I think. Yeah, I bought. What I would do is I would make like a drink gesture to him, and he kind of nods at me. He kind of goes, oh, blah, 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 and he kind of like, he agrees. And I go to the kitchen, and he just stands there and waits, and I like fill a cup full of like hand sanitizer and dishwasher liquid, and I bring it out to him, and he like drinks it because he doesn't fucking know what it is. He drinks it. He starts like
Oh yeah, he goes a little down.
Yeah, he starts like spurging out, and then he runs away, and I've gotten rid of him.
Well, you see, he drink it all, but then like he's got going, and then like he throw up the cat.
No, but like, he starts spurging out, and he runs away. Like I've gotten rid of him. How do you get rid of him?
Well, I think that's a good idea because, like, when he starts burping on all the fucking dish soap, he starts releasing all the bubbles like a smoke.
Then he gets frightened because he thinks like he's possessed or something.
He thinks he's in the sky. He starts panicking about it falling.
What if I show him a mirror?
If you show him a mirror, he'll start getting really angry. Like he'll like start staring at it and get territorial.
Ah, so there's more of him.
Yeah,
And he doesn't like it.
What he sees is another male of his race.
Ah, he doesn't like it. Okay.
With a slightly better looking carrot.
Yeah, yeah. For whatever reason, he looks at the reflection and he thinks the car is like slightly better, so he like gets real like anxious. Doesn't really know what to do.
Towards the car, trying to claim it as his own. He fucking
knocks himself out. You've gotten rid of him. Great. It's a lot more simplistic than my idea. Then you just put your clothes back on. Okay, Cormac, hit us with a hypothetical.
Hit us with a hypothetical?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, off the top of your head. Hypothetical.
Off my head. Oh, God. Do you have a hypothetical you could do while I think of one?
I actually don't.
You actually don't?
That's why I asked you.
I'm ruining this podcast.
Yeah, Cormac, you're kind of shit, like, not gonna lie.
What the... Okay, I'll ask Martin to join instead.
Martin's going to join.
I have another hypothetical.
Okay.
Thank you, saved.
All right, you're walking down the street, all right? You're like minding your own business. You're having a gay old time after like a night out or something like that. You're trying to like cut through an alleyway to get to like wherever you're going. You're trying to take a shortcut. This morbidly obese woman who looks like someone that we know. We mentioned him in the last podcast. A morbidly obese woman, no neck, looks a bit like a peanut. Just stares at you with like a sort of cowboy stance, like a cowboy about to do a duel, like reaching for his guns, sort of twiddling her fingers, and she's like, it's just staring at you in the darkness. What do you do?
Just walk away. I'm doing that.
You turn around, there's more of her.
What do you mean there's more of her?
There's more. There's another one of her down the
This is like the same hypothetical reskinned.
Yeah, like you'll never see multiples of her, but like if you turn around, she'll always be there.
Is she wearing a bathrobe?
She's wearing leggings that are two sizes too small for her, so she bends down, you can see her entire arsehole, and a Mickey Mouse t-shirt.
Oh,
God.
That's bad. I throw her a cigarette and I get away.
She picks it up, swallows it whole, and stares at you.
Yeah, I see. These are kind of like endless hypotheticals. Like, what can I realistically do?
Just think of like things you could do, because really a cigarette isn't going to do much to her. She's just still like standing there looking at you. You haven't done anything that could possibly put her at risk, or could put her in put her on the back foot.
What if I start like violently grabbing my crotch?
You start violently grabbing your crotch. She starts mimicking you. She's like,
so it's the same. It's the cart guy. It's the same thing.
No, she's moaning. She hasn't spoken yet.
But it's the same mimicking thing.
Well, she's mimicked you, but that's about it. Because she thinks that you're like inviting her for like a sexual exchange.
I wouldn't get.
Make the Michael Jackson sound effect.
This is like pure like intimidation thing I'm doing. Like I'm not getting a half chub out of this at all.
Well, she thinks that you're like trying to like tell her like, yes, I want to fuck. I'm going to grab my penis and I want to fuck you.
What am I starting walking forward to?
Yeah, the movement.
She starts getting threatened. She starts like walking backwards.
You got her. Yeah, that's it. I didn't think of that.
My moonwalk.
Yeah.
She starts getting threatened by it. She's like, oh my god. She starts like panicking, like looking at you moonwalking. And she's like walking backwards, getting a little bit more scared.
I should get like a big lunge moonwalk and then I grab her crotch. What does she do then?
It's that you just feel like it's starting to like sort of swirl around in your hand. She just
Like
smirks
it's
at you.
alive.
Yeah, like it's like a living creature.
Like
She'll
a
like look,
ferret.
she'll look you dead in the eyes and start smirking, and you'll start feeling like on your hand it feels like another person's hand grabbing you.
And it starts pulling me in.
Yeah, it starts like pulling you in. Your hand is like sort of slowly being grabbed. It's like like when like there was like an asshole in like school or some shit. When they like go to shake your hand and they fucking crush your fist. That's what her pussy is doing to your hand.
At this point, I'm screaming. So, is there anyone there to help me? Is there
Uh,
anyone?
You're alone.
an elderly man is right behind you, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like yelling at her. So what do you say to him?
I'm like, lad, help me, please. I need help,
He's
lad.
he starts like shuffling like behind a bin, and you can just see that he's like wanking behind it. Like you can't see exactly what he's doing, but you can get the gist.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, boys.
What? He just gets like fucking closer and closer with the bin, like he breaks press
Oh no, he's just hiding behind it, so you don't see his penis. He's trying to be a gentleman.
Oh, a gentleman.
Um,
So he does not help me. He doesn't. He just ignores.
No, he's just getting his own sick kicks out of it.
Was it like
Um,
hypothetical, right? If you like, if you have to sell your soul to the devil, what are you selling it for and why?
Hmm.
Cormac,
Hmm.
you
I felt it
like no. This is the thing. You have to sell it. You have to sell your soul to the devil. He's taking it. What do you want?
for all eternity.
Yeah. But you get something neat out of it.
Yeah, but does he trick me? Does he do little
No. He's a good guy. And he's like, look. I'm taking your soul, but I will give you like one thing, like anything you want.
repercussions? Like that come from?
Repercussion is you have no soul. You're
Yeah, but
aware.
does that affect my personality? Does it affect anything?
Not really, because not really, no, unless you're a Christian. But you
It,
just
it,
have
It affects like where you end up when you die, don't it?
so I
kind
turn
of.
into
You've
Al.
sold your soul to this dude, and now he's gonna give you something. What do you want?
You're ignoring the important question.
What is the important
You're
question?
the devil. You're the fucking devil.
Me? Okay, I'm like Cormac. I'll give you anything if you sell me your soul. What do you like? What do you want from me?
Well, I'd very much like to meet Jeffrey Bezos, my hero.
So you're selling your soul, right? And you want to meet Jeff Bezos,
Yeah, I
like
want to spend the day with him.
just to meet him.
No, I want to spend the day with him. Go wherever I want to.
And what are you gonna do with him?
We'll go out for coffee. We'll go to his Amazon, like an Amazon facility, and go laugh with his workers.
And you'll just take a shit in front of them, like. Okay,
Laugh, laugh.
that might actually be soul worthy, Ryan.
Uh, I would like trick the devil,
No, you can't.
and I will because
He's the devil.
my one wish
He's the
for
fucking
my
devil.
exchange for my soul will be eternal life on earth.
No, he says no. He says no. Fuck off. I'll give you something.
All right, then. Every time I reach into my pocket, there's a €50 note.
So you're like a human cash dispenser.
Yeah, like anytime I reach into my pocket, like even if I reach into it like multiple times in a row, say like I can reach into it, pull out a 50, and then reach back into it, and then like I have another 50, and I have 100 now.
What if like you take? Does it go backwards? So if you put your hand in your pocket, pull out a 50, you go to do it immediately again with the 50 still in your hand. Does that 50 disappear?
No, if it's like still in my hand, unless I like drop it in the pocket, then only the 50 that I'll like reach out will come out. But if it's still in my hand and I pick up the other one with like the tips of my fingers, then I'll pull out 100.
What if the devil curses you so that all your trousers have fucking holes in the pocket?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if there's a hole in the pocket. Like as long as I reach my hand into the pocket, and a €50 note will be there to greet me.
No, like
Okay,
go
okay.
either way. Like, could you go through the hole and reach for it? Then?
It could fall down my trouser leg.
Oh, but
So,
what if it falls out your trouser leg and someone picks it up and runs away? Are you gonna be mad
Then
about
I
it?
could just reach back into my pocket again. There's another 50.
what? Okay, you go to the shop to buy chewing gum and it's fake. Guy goes, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, the 50 is fake.
Yeah,
Well,
he goes, "What the
Well,
fuck?"
no, it's not that it looks like a 50 euro note. That it is like physically like worth 50 euro. It is actual like legal tender.
They say it's
That's-
monopoly money to tell you to get out of their store.
Yeah. I would exclusively wish for 50 euros legal tender in any country that I am currently in.
Any
Anytime I
country
reach
you're
my
in.
pocket.
So what if you're in like 50 yen is worth fucking
Yeah, like if I'm in like the States or something like that, like whatever 50 euro is worth, like what, like $55 or some shit. That's what I would pull out of my pocket. I would have like loose change and everything.
Also, this money into your account once you have it, or does it kind of you need to use it now?
It doesn't matter. I could hoard it if I like. It would just like it's up to me because I would have to, say if I want like €1 million or some shit like that, I'd have to sit there for hours reaching into my pocket and pulling it out, reaching into my pocket and pulling it out, and then like bit by bit putting it into my fucking bank account so nobody's like suspicious of me laundering money or some shit.
Well, there are going to be suspicious if you want to buy a house or a car. They're going
Yeah, like if I want to get something like that, like yeah, like but I can like as much as like money as I can possibly like do as possible within my bank account without people getting suspicious.
Okay, but like if I always like if you could time travel to one particular time and kind of just do whatever, you could bring whatever from the present to like impress people. Where would you go? But it's only the past, not the future.
So like you bring them there to impress them.
No, you could if you wanted to, or you could just kind of go.
Okay. Do you guys want to go first, or?
I would go back to like gladiatorial Rome and bring a handgun and become the greatest gladiator to ever do it.
Would you stab their toes like gladiators?
Yeah, like I mean, I'd probably lose some toes, the ones I could get close, like before I could shoot them. But like, or like if they throw a net on me or something, I might be in trouble. But like, can you like imagine you're doing that shit and like this gladiator comes out, he's like really pumped up, and like the whole crowd's cheering, and you just fucking shoot him dead. That's it. You win. The emperor's like, what the fuck was that?
Does he give you the thumbs up though when that happens, or the thumbs down?
He still looks confused, but he'll give you the thumbs up.
He gives you like the side thumb, like he's unsure.
Yeah, like he's like there, like going, like looking at this guy's like speaking Italian to them, like, and like they're all confused.
His thumb does a 360 turn. He breaks his fucking hand off.
Why?
I'm gonna smoke a what's it.
Cormac, where would you go in time? What would you do? I'm really curious.
I would like to go to. It would be pretty funny to go to like England in like the 1600s or whatever when they were trying like the witch trials.
Oh, to watch the Salem witch trials. Oh, Cormac, you could literally go back and just start accusing random women of absolute nonsense, and they would be like burned.
Yeah, I could just be hysterical and they would believe me
because you're a dude.
Yeah.
Like if a woman is like slightly rude to you, so you just tell them she's good at maths and they burn her alive.
Oh God, I just tried to smoke a what's it and it didn't go well.
A what's it? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I saw one on the lighter and I was like getting like light bulbs in my brain.
Why would you?
What's it?
Oof.
I was just like, lighter. What's it? I have an idea.
Is that a chemical weapon now?
That's the new napalm.
Why are you like this? Oh, imagine going to.
I don't know.
What would the chimps do in Vietnam?
What if they got napalm?
No, no, like I would pray to fucking God we wouldn't get napalmed. But like, could you imagine the three of us just walking through the jungle having conversations like this, and then the tree starts speaking Vietnamese?
I think I would I would like be like one of those guys that like has like a fucking like an ace of spades in their fucking hat or in their helmet or some shit with a cigar, just going like war is hell. Like I'd just be like a stereotypical soldier.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be kind of like, I don't know.
You get comically launched in the air when a big fucking wooden trap comes down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A big fucking boulder hits you. And
constantly listening to fucking Fortunate Son. Like that's all I would do.
The trees start speaking Fortunate Son.
And then I see the ace of spades on the ground. I just pick it up, put my helmet on.
You pick it up and like you sit down, you hold his dog tags.
I'm just there like minding my own business, like lighting up a cigarette like in the middle of the forest, and I just look up at the trees and I hear and then I start panicking.
Start panicking. Like
I wonder if
PTSD before I even leave the war. before anything happens, I'm already having flashbacks.
I wonder if Vietnam, if any, like Vietnamese, and they're like, you know, they have those hatches like from because they have a big tunnel system. I wonder if any of them like saw like American patrol go past and just grab under their legs and like close the hatch again.
I did see interviews from tunnel rats from Vietnam. They would say like
tunnel rats.
What?
Tunnel rats. Wow.
What?
That is like such a horrible name to give them.
Who?
Fucking tunnel rats. Like that is such a horrible name.
For who?
Like whatever they are. Like fucking. What are they, like diggers or some shit?
No, Ryan, I've gaslit you. Now you sound racist. Tunnel rats is the name given to American soldiers who had to traverse those tunnels.
Yeah, because I figured that you weren't talking about actual rats, like in the fucking tunnels.
No, but I was like, gaslighting you.
Like some Aardman shit where like they put a fucking microphone down in front of a rat and like he's like, oh yeah, the war was quite terrible. I said quite a lot of people died.
I was gaslighting you because I presume you thought I was talking about the Vietnamese.
No.
Tunnel rats were the name given to the American soldiers who would go through the tunnels. But they said like when they were down there, they had like nothing, and they would just hear Viet Cong breathing.
That would be funny though, because as a Viet Cong like soldier saw you, it'd be very confined, and they wouldn't be able to. They have to crawl after you, and be really funny, just running like crawling away from them.
Yeah,
trying to grab you, just kick them in the fucking nose. And start screaming and beating them.
Like, odds are if you're a tunnel rat, you're just gonna explode like the moment you go in the tunnel because there's so many booby traps.
I don't know why like I find the word Viet Cong so funny. Because I just picture like King Kong, but like in the rice hat.
That's basically what Kong Skull Island was.
Yeah, like I just imagine like King Kong, but like he's in like fucking sandals with like a rice field hat and a gun.
Jack Black fucking captures a giant Viet Cong soldier and brings him back to Brooklyn.
Mighty impressive for World War II.
Fucking biplane shooting at a giant Viet Cong soldier. Up the Empire State.
Do you think America would have won the war if Jack Black was in Vietnam?
Of course he fucking would be.
He would just be there like singing Fortune song. It ain't me. It ain't me. Like he would like do it like his like, little Jack Black voice.
Yeah, but like as a soldier, like I'd say he'd be like I'd say he'd be able to tank like maybe 50 shots before he goes down.
Hmm.
Like the dude is just hard drugs and beer. Or what if Kung Fu Panda fought in Vietnam?
What if Hong Kong Phooey fought in Vietnam?
Then there would not be a Vietnam. It would just be that one time the Viet Cong got stomped by Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey is such a weird fucking cartoon, man. I like remembered it today. I was like, that was so fucking odd. Like about like a fucking like what a dog in New York City that's like really good at kung fu.
Well, yeah, he has to be. He lives in the city. It's dangerous.
Like he'd come out of like a filing cabinet or some shit, and he'd
Chop people. Yeah.
mm.
Like, yeah. Like I
and was
mean,
it
what
what
if
was
you're
Hong
just
Kong Fooey's job again? He was like a janitor or some shit.
did he even have a job, or was he just going around chopping people?
Like I think he was a janitor, like in his daily life, like as like a
Dog.
like his like sort of Clark Kent was like a little dog that would like mop up floors and stuff like that.
You know, he couldn't just be a dog. He had to be a janitor.
Yeah, it'd be a janitor dog, like.
Like
But then, like once a bit of crime started arising, he'd come out of that filing cabinet and he'd become Hong Kong Fooey.
that's such a weird setting in like an office building in Central
Yeah,
City, and he does kung fu.
they were like they were originally going to make a Hong Kong Fooey movie
They should have.
because like there's still like CGI like pictures like out there. Like it was around the same time as Scooby Doo,
Oh god.
and it's terrifying because like he has like the little mask on.
That first Scooby Doo movie was amazing.
It was
Actually,
great, but like
Monsters
it's like
Unleashed was
seeing
even
Hong
better.
Kong Fooey in 2000 CGI is kind of terrifying. I think it was like yeah, it was like two different movies like being made around the same time. It was a Hong Kong Fooey and a Marvin the Martian movie.
I don't like Marvin the Martian.
Like Marvin the Martian's fucking lame. I don't care what anybody says.
I could
But like
probably
he's
beat him
also
up.
kind of cool at the same time. He kind of reminds me of you, Liam.
Aw, why?
Like he's kind of, like he's just like his whole like little attitude. Like I can imagine like somebody's like completely ruined your life. They've killed your family. They've like blown up your house, and you just respond with like, "You're making me very, very angry." Like and that's about it. That'll be your only reaction you have to it.
More or less, yeah, I can see that happening. You know, like I would be
Marvin the
like,
Martian is a
I
weird
would be
one.
like, this is a very unfortunate predicament, but like,
This
damn,
is a very unfortunate predicament.
this is like, yeah, it's like, oh, what an unfortunate encounter that I've just had. You know.
What
Mm.
is that?
Hey, I
That is Hong Kong Fooey.
that looks pretty good.
That's the Hong Kong Fooey movie, Hong Kong Fooey.
That looks. Is that out? Is that a real thing?
That was it was test footage because they were cancelled. Originally, it was supposed to be Eddie Murphy voicing Hong Kong Fooey.
But Hong Kong Fooey looks kind of chill all the time. He looks really mellow all the time. That like, there's a lot of energy to that CG character. You know.
Yeah, like Hong Kong Fooey always had like stoner eyes.
Kinda, yeah. He always just kind of looked like he was
You know,
vibing.
he had like that like Garfield stoner eyes, like no reason to be as chilled out as he is kind of vibe.
Yeah, Garfield is like the main enemy of this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
no one here likes Garfield. He's just such a piece of
Why do you
shit.
not like Garfield?
Cormac, if you paid attention to the previous episodes, you would know why I don't like Garfield. I think
I
he's
feel
just...
like this is like a mob thing where they're like, I hope no one here is a rat, and it's like instead, I hope no one here likes Garfield.
Garfield's a piece of shit. Like, John's overfeeding him. He's gonna die soon. He complains about
And that's
Mondays.
John.
He complains about Mondays, Cormac, and he doesn't even do anything. He doesn't have a job.
Oh yeah, I just sent this here just because I was looking up Hong Kong Fooey the movie, and then like I saw this two very strange characters to pair up together: Black Lightning and Hong Kong Fooey.
It's a pretty good team up.
I'd love to see that movie, to be honest.
That's just like that modern day. That's just like Paw Patrol and George Floyd.
Oh my god, man!
You know, I was gonna go as a police officer for Halloween and just kneel on people. My friends thought that was way too soon. I didn't think so.
No.
There's like a thing. There's like a thing. If you go to Google Images and look up George Floyd T-shirt, there's like one where the whole T-shirt is his face, like it's cropped in really far, and it's just so funny looking. I just don't understand. Why would you buy a T-shirt that's like entirely his face?
Just should match.
Here, all right. We discussed Garfield already. That's
Mm.
one cat that we hate. One
Yeah.
cartoon cat that we hate.
I hate him. Yeah.
Do you know who I fucking despise?
Who?
Top Cat.
Top Cat. Top Cat. Oh, I don't hate Top Cat. He has a job.
No, does he though?
I think he has
kind
a
of
job.
gives me like Tony Soprano vibes. Where he's
Yeah, but like he's.
like, I do construction, and then like he like
Yeah, but-
he's like killing like dogs on the street or some shit.
But Top Cat is doing something. That's the difference. Garfield doesn't do anything.
You know who I hate?
Who?
that cat from the Cat and Dogs movie, like
Cats and dogs. Oh, it's
Oh, the
Mr.
one that's like
Snowball.
voiced by like what's his name, Don French.
Yeah.
it's like the fucking like cat, fluffy cat. Their owner is like dead, and they're just fucking.
Sean Hayes. I always confuse him with Don French.
Top Cat the movie got 1 star out of 5. And they made another movie as if he's fucking Batman called Top Cat Begins.
Mm.
You know
Well, I
what?
mean, like, there was literally a crossover between Top Cat and Batman. I just sent that.
I know, but like,
A joke, pretty funny coming from a guy dressed in spandex and a cow.
yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan was in Cats and Dogs.
Yeah, mad.
Who did he play? Oh,
I don't know. What was...
he played a fucking dark color.
What's his name? Wasn't Tobey Maguire in Cats and Dogs?
Yeah, he was the Beagle.
Damn. That was a good movie. Or was
It was a good movie.
I don't really
No, it
know.
was pretty terrible, to be honest. We just liked it because we were kids.
Yeah,
Don't
that's...
get that big stupid sheepdog.
Yeah, there was like a sheepdog, and there was like a fucking there was like one of those like really disgusting, gross fucking gremlin dogs that has like hair flying everywhere.
Oof.
And there
So,
was like a really like skinny dog with like long like sort of flat hair that they were kept trying to make like the hot one, and I'm like, ew, it's a dog.
Cats
Stop.
so we've determined, like, from this, all we've gathered from this is that we just fucking hate cats.
Yeah, cats
Especially
suck.
animated cats.
Yeah, cats are they suck. Fuck cats.
But dogs, you know, dogs are kind of cool. Like Hong Kong Phooey would beat up Garfield.
Full of Shane Dawson. Fuck cats.
Oof. Well, we have covered, like, I think we kind of started with fucking and now we're ending with fucking again with Chris Chan and now thinking about smashing Garfield. I mean, John probably does that. He's probably like that kind of guy. You know, like one of the fucked up kind of dudes. I don't really like him or respect him either because he's such a slave to his cat. I think I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I think on that,
I think I have a topic like basing around this. All right.
I don't think we have the time.
Oh no, you don't think so?
Been recording for 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, this is a bonus episode. Fuck it.
No, I have to go.
Oh, okay. I see.
I got some breaking news just before.
Breaking news, Cormac. Do a breaking news segment.
Breaking news. Chris Chan has escaped from county jail. He's used his Pikachu necklace, Sonic Chew necklace, to break out of prison. It was actually made of plastic explosive.
Jesus Christ.
He planned this all along. That was his, like, get out of jail free.
Breaking news.
See, like for a split second, I believed you. Then I heard like he blew up himself. Like exactly.
Okay, my breaking news is Garfield dies of failed gastric bypass surgery. May he not be
breaking
fucking
news:
missed.
Captain Caveman accused of sexual assault by the Angels.
Oof. And on that terrible disappointment, I think the Chimps will call it quits for tonight.
Hostage his wife, Wilma.
I think the Chimps are gonna call it quits for tonight. Say goodbye, fellas.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. We hate fucking Garfield.